Turkey turns to Russia and not US or NATO for help in Syria. Breaking news. Turkey turned to Russia for assistance on Thursday after a group of militants began shelling a Turkish observation outpost in the Syrian province of Idlib. The move comes as Turkey's relationship deteriorates with the United States and its allies in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO, and as Ankara's military cooperation with Russia deepens. Given Turkey and Russia have not always seen eye to eye in regards to Syria policy, but the relationship between the two countries appears to have been bolstered by Turkey's controversial decision to purchase an S-400 missile defense system from Russia. The US and Turkey, as officials have suggested that the delivery could be made by July. Turkey. Geopolitical experts note that the past year has been significant for Turkey's relationship with Russia because the ongoing war in Syria has forced the two sides to cooperate. But that doesn't Turkey's even. Related articles.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.